Well, we've got a runner. Still working out some details with radiator hoses and getting them all sorted. I wanted to try and make this one single hose, but I can't really find the correct one. So I've got a piece that fits off of here, comes down, and then I'm gonna splice into this one with one of these. So this is 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. Again, hard to find a specific hose. Regular Tahoe hose is crazy long. I cut it up to make it, but I mean, it comes all the way over to there. So anything OEM is going to be hard to find. These are all pretty easily accessible hoses if I'm ever out and about and something happens. Got a belt sort of figured out. Got a little bit of an issue with the power steering pulley. I went with a smaller one and it's not quite lining up correctly. It's currently locked up because it's pushed in too far. So I've got to figure out some details there. If I can either have the back machined a little bit, which I don't think because it's pretty thin, but I need to get it apart again and see. But got a belt length, just an old belt I had laying around. Exhaust is all done for the most part. Still gonna wrap the collectors there, but I've got all of the Y pipe wrapped, clearances everywhere, nice and tight, tucked up. I'll probably add a hanger somewhere along the way. O2 sensors in, another 3-inch pipe into a 90, and then the muffler. I haven't ran it like that, so I don't know what it sounds like. I'm sure just as good as the clip you'll hear. But, and then it'll come out right there. So that'll be cool. Really happy with how the exhaust came out. Just kind of mocked together everything I had and bought that Y and another 3-inch V-band to go into that. I had this piece. I had both of those pieces, and then I bought the flexes. So should be all sorted there. But yeah, wiring's a mess. Still trying to get everything sorted out, figured out, etc., etc. All the main wiring's gonna go up this side, away from exhaust, drive shaft, etc. So I don't know if I've gone into the detail, but this is the main kill, and then it goes to this solenoid, which is a 100-amp relay basically. So it's battery, kill switch, turn that on. And then I ended up changing this switch because the other one just wasn't a fan of. So that relay clicked, and that's power up to here. I turned the ignition on, but I've got the fuel line unhooked so I can shorten it and then connect it into there. I did a union there for 2 reasons. One reason being I didn't want to buy 20 feet of hose again, because it was a really odd measurement. It was like 13 feet from back of the car to the front where the fuel line is, with it all ran. So I bought a union, put it in there. It's in a pretty good spot. If I ever want to add a fuel pressure sensor, I can, and I've already got it set up. It's already plumbed and fittings are there. I just have to change out that union. So no big deal. So yeah, this switch kills the power, and then that switch also kills power. So either way, I've got a safety on killing power to everything. And then that's main ignition, which turns on the Holley and battery power and all the fuse panel stuff. And then this is an accessory switch, which is gonna turn on like my interior lights that I'm doing, interior fans. I'm gonna have 2 fans in here for now. And then I have an open switch here, just for whatever. So I've got pretty much all the parts ordered for my shifter. I'm trying to have a functioning drivetrain here soon. So engine, transmission, shifting, first, second, third, fourth, reverse, all that stuff. So that's my current goal. Once I get the steering and coolant situated, I still need another fitting here for the coolant bypass hose. Didn't want to do any of that fancy AM stuff just because it's money and I can get a $3 fitting and call it done. So yeah, I think that's about it. I've got really nice ground wires everywhere. I've got 3 main grounds, 1 engine to chassis, and then a chassis ground for all of my ECU stuff, and then a chassis ground back at the battery. So yeah, it's all surprisingly coming together pretty well. This power steering pulley is the first issue I've had with a part I've ordered to make work, and it hasn't. So not too bad. Everything's kind of gone together pretty well with all the LS stuff. The Holley stuff is great. 10 of 10, recommend every time. So hopefully by the end of next week, I can have a functioning coolant system, power steering system. I need another return fitting for my power steering box. The one I have doesn't quite work. It's flared, basically like an AN fitting. I just have a regular one that was off of the Chevelle, which is a different box than this. But this is the OEM pressure line, which is cool. So that's an easy fix if ever run into issues. Just quick swap, parts store pickup, whatever. So let me know if you want to see anything else. I can go into any of the details about the wiring and the Holley and what I've done, the fuse panel, all that stuff, exhaust and all those other bits. So thanks for stopping by. Hope this video wasn't too long. I don't like to make them very long, and I've been trying to make just one cuts, and editing just makes it easier. It takes a lot of time, and I know I have a 6-month-old, and he's about 99% of my time. So this is just a little bit of free time I have trying to knock out stuff on this and get it done. I'm very excited to hear it run, and engine sounds healthy. I think not a fan of these exhaust gaskets, so I might pull them back off and get some better ones. They just came with the headers, so they're kind of junky, but not too big of a deal. So had a slight oil leak when I started it the first time. I didn't have that plate tight all the way, so no big deal. But other than that, we're getting somewhere. Thanks for stopping by.